Thanks for tuning in to Kalkine Media. I'm James Preston, and if you're like me, you probably can't stand it when your data is collected and sold onto a third party. But that doesn't mean you should discount investing in data center stocks. But before we look at the potential benefits of doing so, please make sure to subscribe to the channel and press the bell icon to be notified of the latest videos from Kalkine. Data has become an integral component of the current global digital economy, influencing all major stock sectors. Data centers also played an essential role during the height of the COVID-19 pandemic, and their importance is predicted to magnify moving forward. The data center market is expected to grow at a compound annual growth rate of over 13% during 2021 through to 2028, crossing the US $117 billion mark by 2028. The key factor contributing to the market growth is that various small businesses and cloud service providers are moving towards multi-tenant data centers. Generally, companies opt for co-location as it has cost benefits compared to building and maintaining their own data centers. Experts believe that the significant growth in online shopping would also help maintain the market growth in the coming years. So is it worth investing in a data center? Before investing in data center stocks, it's important to get an understanding on how they work. A data center is a facility that concentrates the shared IT operations and devices for storing, and it can be classified in two divisions. Data center companies that operate and house the software as well as physical hardware to store information, and data center real estate investment trusts, comprising of companies that spend in data center businesses. Those investors who want to have a better exposure to data centers invest in data center REITs. Some data centers even provide investors with exposure to hundreds of data centers at the same time. Data center REIT are investment trusts where most of the trust revenues come from leasing data centers themselves. The rise in digitization and cloud computing in 2020 was the prime reason for steady growth in the fiscal year. The sudden switch to remote working systems gave a sudden boost in the data center industry as there was a drastic increase in individual demand. Gartner predicts that there would be a 6% increase in end-user spending in 2021 compared to 2020. Gartner also highlighted that in 2020, due to restricted cash flow from the COVID-19 pandemic, data center spending declined by 10.3%. Despite these challenges, the industry is predicted to grow year on year through to 2024. So what are some of the trends that could shape the data center industry into the future? Perhaps most prominently is the ongoing adjustment from companies towards a new IT and cloud-based landscape. The pandemic forced many companies to adopt an increased reliance on cloud-based storage solutions and associated remote working IT and data, which has boosted the value of data centers, and this is likely to continue even post-pandemic. With global economies, workplaces, and consumers more generally pushing toward a greener, more sustainable future, a shift to data centers over physical records is also accelerating. We're also seeing the creation of increased data center capacity to allow for more efficient data transfer, which equates to investment in the creation and maintenance and upgrading of data centers moving forward. Automation of systems is another trend which has increasingly come to light over the past decade, with the pandemic fast-tracking the need for many businesses to be less dependent on people due to square meterage and restrictions surrounding hygiene. And lastly, with 5G rolling out, we could well see a domino effect on the existing data center infrastructure as well as on new investments, especially in terms of the data center processing and distributing data and applications. So in summary, a number of key indicators are pointing to a very strong future for data centers, and as an investor, it's well worth considering getting some skin in the game. If you've enjoyed the information in this video, then make sure to like, share, and comment on the video, and subscribe to the channel, and of course, press the bell icon to be notified of the latest videos. For more information and regular updates, please head to the website kalkinemedia.com. I'm James Preston for Kalkine Media.